You are now listening to A to Z, the podcast with no authority.
Mr. Hernandez, do you go by any other names?
Yes.
What are those names?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
You're. Dempsey, you supposed to like make a response too.
Yippity-yo.
There you go. There you go.
Woo-wee.
It's gonna be a really long time before we're back in the same room. I'm Avid.
I'm Dempsey.
And I'm Zeke.
And who are we? ADZ.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking that too, like boom.
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
formed together to make ADZ.
Yeah, we're like a Megatron.
Yeah.
Wow. We can't be stopped.
Won't
Can't stop. What?
Ooh.
Ooh. Woo wee. Uh-oh. Did she get that checked out?
Yeah, that's scary.
should. It's not a dry cough. It's a very wet one. So
Even worse.
Ugh. Yuck. Oh, man. So I
yo.
don't know. Do we jump into it?
yeah, man.
I mean,
a
there's
lot of stuff.
I
I was going to
happened
say
this week.
too
All right,
much
we're gonna,
stuff.
We're going to jump into it. Yo, I've been
So we're going to
like,
hit you guys heavy stuff first.
Yeah, I've been upset this week. I just feel like it took too long for an innocent man's murderers to get caught. I'm talking about, I'm sure
Please,
you may know if you're not living under a rock.
but inform them if they haven't.
I shall, Zeke. Ahmaud Arbery, I hope am I saying that right? But
Ahmaud Arbery, yes.
right. So he was killed February 23rd, and it wasn't until May 7th that his murderers were caught, or was it May 6th? I don't recall right now. But
It was, I believe it was the 7th, yeah.
It was 7th. So it took them 2.5 months to kill these men.
Whoa, no,
Pause.
arrest. Arrest.
Delete that. Delete that. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, just pause and go back.
Right. It took them 2.5 months to arrest these men, which is so ridiculous. I believe it's because they were Caucasian men that it took so long. Because I feel like if it was the other way around, and it was some dudes with melanin that murdered a white dude, this would have been under wraps, and it wouldn't even have made national news. Like, it's like, when is this gonna stop? Like, they still lynching people in 2020, and I'm just so sick of it and disgusted. And I hope the justice system doesn't fail his family, because it seems to constantly fail every day.
So, yeah, no, I hear you. So another thing, apparently, because I think the DA at the time was like somehow connected to one of the suspects.
Yes, he used
I
to.
think they had to move it.
One of the
They
suspects
had to
was
move
a
the
cop.
case twice. I think they had to move the case twice because they were like, "Oh, I know him." They were like, "Yeah, I know that rascal."
Yeah,
Carol
It's-
Baskin.
basically. And then what is it? Apparently, so I saw another post from this guy. He seems like a reliable source. That
Sean King.
Yeah.
We
Sean
gotta talk
King's the
about
man.
Sean
Follow
King.
him.
Nah, Sean
Follow
King
Sean
is
King.
not
He's a
the
goat.
man.
Oh, he's not the man.
But anyways, all right, but hold on. And
Oh,
then
shoot.
so it was like a post saying about
He's not the man.
that some authorities actually did want to move on it, but they were like, told not to because of this lady's, connections with the suspects. I forgot their names, but so that's what they said. But who knows?
Right.
And on another note, it's very disheartening still, very infuriating, frustrating, but because like you think we'd have made so much progress within all these years, but it's just another testament how even though time has moved on, things still hasn't really changed in our country due just to the fact because like it doesn't make any sense whatsoever just because you believe or you assume that someone is dangerous or murderous just because of their skin color, because your own preconceived notions of
Right.
them. And then it's like, and then if you look back at any situation through the times, like for most of the part, like it was always the people who, as you say, lack melanin were the aggressors, you know? Like you see, like there's like, it makes no sense. We've done nothing, and you, it's too much. I'm losing my mind. It's
I'm never going to comprehend how like the worth of human life differs depending on like your skin color. Like, so what? The lighter you are, the more worth you are. That's how it seems. That's how this country seems to portray things. So I don't know how we're the greatest country in the world.
So, first and foremost, we are not the greatest country in the world. China's ahead of us on everything. So,
all right. Okay, Dempsey.
so no, all right. I've been a little bit quiet, just because. So Avid went off.
Get all the facts.
Avid,
Yeah.
no. I don't have all the facts because
Well,
still,
so give
there's
some.
still stuff being determined. I did hear that one of the suspects, I think the dad in the case, the older one, might have been a former cop, and that he had some connections in the DA's office, and that's why there was actually, according to Sean King, who he has done a lot of good. He's done his fair share of good civil activism, but I think that if you do your research, he's done a lot of bad to the community. I'm not gonna knock all the good things he's done, but there's a lot of stuff. If you do your research, just know, like everybody else, he has a little bit of a history of doing some wrongdoing as well. But that's all I'll say on that. So he did have connections to the DA's office, according to Sean King, and according to him as well. The day that Ahmaud Arbery was murdered, there was strong enough evidence to have an arrest or to seek an arrest, but they opted to drop it because that was DA's suggestion, because he kept on pushing the case, like one of you guys said. I think. I work in the news, so this is an everyday thing. I am numb to it, desensitized, really. Avid went off in the chat earlier this week talking about it, another black man lost, and I feel for it. I mean, we've had Trayvon, we've had Mike Brown, Eric Garner. It's not going to end. And I promise, and it sucks for me to even have to say this, but Ahmaud will not be the last one. We live in that much of an imperfect world, that much of an imperfect justice system. I mean, scaling, like, just being completely blunt with you, but look who's president. That's all I'm gonna say. It's unfortunate, but yeah, this happens all the time. It's the same thing with a school shooting. Every time they say, or even a shooting in general, every time you hear, active shooter at this location,
we all know.
It's like, oh, damn it, there we go again. I mean, I don't know if we discussed this on the pod actually, but did you know March was the first time in almost I don't know the amount of years, I'm not going to quote it, we are the podcast with no authority, but I think in like over 10 years where there was no school shooting in March. Though that's because there was no school.
Yeah, because there was no school, right?
That's nuts.
So but how sad is that we even have to measure by those kind of standards. So it is unfortunate that he did lose his life. I feel for his family. I think it sucks that it took so long to get justice because of the virus, especially, and that it's going to take even longer because the courts are closed. But the fact that it took for a viral video that was posted on some radio show to actually show the truth.
Nuts.
Like, why? Right. I mean, I don't know why this person. Maybe this person was intimidated. Maybe this person didn't have the full story or couldn't put two and two together. I'm not going to speak for that person, but it goes to show the importance of surveillance. I mean, we talk all the time about living in a world where we're like 1984, where everything needs to be recorded. But it's instances like this where, you know, one side of the story just isn't enough anymore, and it's just. That's just how I feel. You guys can go on that, but that's just how I feel.
I'll just add one more thing, like, just cause just the color of my skin, I know personally just like how scary and fearful it can be. Like just cause like I could literally just do nothing, or maybe something I've done doesn't rub someone the wrong way and they have some firearm, like that could be my life, just for no reason. So like I've always been aware of that, and like to your point too, Dempsey, I was thinking like I've seen this enough and I've been told enough about all this stuff in my life that could happen to me. So like when I heard about Ahmaud as well, like it was frustrating to hear, but like in my mind, like dang, this is another reality again, just popping up, just showing itself. I'm like, this is like, it's very scary, man. For all us, our colored people out there, be safe, It's scary,
Yeah,
man.
and this kind of goes into the other thing we wanted to talk about. But think about a traffic stop, bro. You get pulled over by a cop, anything can happen.
Yeah, man.
My mom even told me this. I'm not that dark skinned, but she told me, she said like if you ever get pulled over, put your hands on the dashboard, don't move, don't talk. Just wait for them to approach you. That's it. So I think my dad said to throw the car keys out the window or something to let them know that you're not playing.
Careful, though.
But yeah,
He threw a bomb.
Man, speaking of getting pulled over,
No, yeah. On a lighter note, but yeah, it is very unfortunate for Ahmaud.
lighter note, I
But that
disagree.
goes into our next story. Yeah,
Did y'all hear about the kid that got pulled over in Utah?
Oh God.
dude,
Another
this is
thing.
so.
Well,
This is so upsetting.
Tell
let me explain to you. A 5-year-old was pulled over for swerving, going like 30 miles an hour in his parents' car.
Nuts.
And so the cop pulled him over, and apparently I believe his 16-year-old sister or something was watching him.
Was
if I'm
supposed to
not
watch him.
mistaken, was supposed to watch him. Clearly wasn't. Probably I don't know what she was doing on Facebook.
Negligence right there.
Yeah, maybe she was watching like 6ix9ine's video or something. I don't know. Yeah,
Hasn't
so
called CPS
they-
on him.
Right.
I mean-
believe it's because they were also a white family. Okay? Let that have been some black family, some Latino family, any kind of family with some color on their skin. Them parents would have been locked up. That kid would have been in the system, both the teenager and the child. But no, you know what happened a few days later?
Please tell
The
us.
child was I will. The child was rewarded with somebody in the state with a ride in a Lamborghini around the block.
Wow.
So they rewarded this kid for essentially stealing his parents' car, trying to drive to California to purchase a Lamborghini with $3 in his pocket.
No.
Let that have
Yeah, I was
been,
going to say you didn't get the full
let
story.
that have been.
Let-
No.
There's more to the story I missed out.
No. I don't think you mentioned the $3 in his pocket. I thought that was the funniest part. of the
No,
whole
see,
story.
you're missing it. He's ambitious. He's adventurous.
Right, that's what
Yeah,
it is.
it's cute
Yeah.
for white kids.
Yeah.
Right.
No, then, see the little boy who's black, brown, like, oh, you know what? Grand Theft Auto. Let's get him out of here.
Right, let's get him out of here now. Put him in juvie till he's 18.
Sheesh.
No,
No, I'm
that's
just
so right.
like so sick of it. Like it's not balanced. There's no balance.
The law, it's a weird sense because, like, the law, you want to believe in them, but then you realize and see, like, all the things they aren't really protecting us as well. So it's like, can we even trust them enough to do what's,
And then it's
like, what's right?
and it's scary because you wanna trust like officers and police, and they're not all awful people.
No.
But I feel like there's enough awful people that you're like, oh nah, chill. They're lethal and illegal gang, and they
One
they
bad
shoot,
apple
They
spoils
shoot.
the whole
They
bunch.
shoot and no, they're not reprimanded. It's like here
Nah,
you go.
yo,
Take a desk job.
I get what yo.
You start
get me
second
started
guessing
with that.
yourself.
Nah, yo, like going back to what I said before, like Eric Garner, that whole dude, that
That
one
was
guy
nuts.
put Eric Garner in a chokehold, but all of those cops that were around him are equally responsible because they didn't stop him.
Bro.
Nope. Right.
So it's just
Right.
like one bad apple spoils the whole bunch, and like, yeah, there is a little bit of a mob mentality when it comes to the NYPD. I'm not a cop. I
Me
know
neither.
a lot of cops, but I don't. What is I've heard a rumor. There's this thing called like the blue code of silence, where you have to like stick by you're not allowed to take anybody else's side but your cop. Like if you're a cop, you got to stick by the cops. So I don't know how true that is. It could just be a urban legend, but
I
once
mean,
again,
It might be
it's
some
undeni-
truth to it.
it's undeniable that there is some sense of mob mentality.
Yeah.
I spoke to a lot of people who have been angry at the cops before, calling them a mob themselves, because they go around rounding people up, sometimes for very unfair reasons. But to each situation like that, you have true heroes, like people who risked their lives on 9/11, the people who've been out in the streets during this whole pandemic, ensuring that people are social distancing. So it sucks because it's like it's 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
And we just see the badge. We don't know the person behind the badge. So every time we have an encounter with them, we don't know what we're going to get. And that's the truly unfortunate part, because there should be some sort of honor across it. And it's very apparent with all these things that happen that there isn't.
Yeah, man.
No, there's one person I know that is willing to rat on people.
Oh, gosh. Nah, I hope you're not talking about who I think you're talking about.
Yeah. I think he's from Brooklyn. he has rainbow colored hair. Yeah. Apparently he raps. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Yeah. Breaking records.
That guy's a
yesterday on
gooba.
YouTube.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I don't understand what the fascination is.
Tekashi?
Yeah, he back.
Oh, goodness
I'm not a
gracious.
fan. Full disclosure, not a fan.
He's
I think
been
he's
back
always
for
yelling.
a while.
He
No,
has
but
been.
he dropped a song, is what
But
I'm
back.
saying. Like, he's back in the industry.
That's
He's
nuts.
like apparently
Like-
he did like an 11-minute rant on Instagram Live.
And how he
broke records.
casually just got the biggest IG live stream of
2
all time.
million.
Meanwhile, my guy
I mean,
Tory Lane's out here truly rewarding the public,
Hustling.
truly doing good for the people of the world.
God's
Only
work.
gets
He
half
truly
a
has
quarter of a
variety.
God's work.
The guy's a hero. He needs a presidential medal of freedom over there.
Give him a purple
Well,
heart.
I mean, what I think it was. I would just. I'm so done with you guys.
Pulitzer
Wear a badge
surprise.
of honor proudly.
Whatever.
Yeah. We'll honor him at the next award show. No, what I think it is that, this is this person's first song in like almost 2 years, and everybody probably wanted to like hear from him. He's never spoke directly to his fans, and so pretty much he went on this whole rant how he ratted because those were not his people. I don't know.
The whole situation's
I don't
nuts,
know.
man. Like
I don't know how he has such a hard
Huge
fan base though.
Cult following, and it's like I don't get it. You see,
And then-
if it was like for another underground rapper, like
He's not even underground at this point.
Nah.
but like he's Brooklyn based, right?
Well, when he first started, he had it was like a niche, but then it started growing, and then with the whole case, it just blew everything up.
Yeah, man. It's like, and I don't get it. Like, I know people who really go hard for his music, like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't get it.
Oh, so I get it a little
He's
bit.
yelling. I mean, he's like hype music, but
That's basically it's like hype, quote unquote, gangster music now for the kids at this age.
But he claims that he's not even about that life.
Now, yeah. He's like, listen, it was just an act, I was just trying to do this because it'll be cool, and I'll give them money too, because it's that's what it is. But that's not me. I'm not a gangster. Like, shut up.
Clearly, because he ratted on everybody and their mama. Cause
Yeah, that's not gangster.
Was he supposed to do life?
Yeah, I believe that was on the table.
He had 47 years, and the only reason I think I know that
And
is
what he
because
did
by the time he
a
would have
year and
gotten
a
out,
half?
he would have been 69 years old.
That's funny.
And I think that I don't know if the judge did that on purpose, but yeah.
Because
And
that's
what I don't even know what he did. A year and a half.
Yeah, he did nothing close to the time that he was supposed to.
Yeah.
But I don't know if his release is temporary, or what the circumstances are, because I know it happened after the pandemic, and I know that they were trying to release as many people as possible to prevent the spread within the prisons. So I don't know if that's why he's free now.
I'm pretty sure that's like the big reason. But I think he was like going to only do like 2 years or 4 years anyways.
I thought he was gonna go to the witness protection program, all that snitching he did.
You would think. Like,
But
honestly.
then again, look at his face. I mean, I don't think there's any fixing that. There's no way to hide
No.
that.
And
No.
only thing
And
is, I was gonna say,
his hair.
yeah, no. Well, it's not colored anymore. You can see all his natural,
Roots?
like his
I mean,
roots. Yeah.
Oh, it's not like fully colored. Okay.
yeah. I saw the video a bit. Just I wanted to see like what the heck did he put out, and it's honestly nothing new.
It's nothing. It's him yelling. I decided to go through the whole song this time because first time I put it on for like 15 seconds.
And you were
like,
done.
I can't. Yeah, I was like, I can't. I was like, all right. At like the near end, he does. I feel like he actually starts rapping
For a
and
second.
not yelling.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, if he stuck like this, I could potentially listen to him, but I can't listen to him yelling. And what you texted us, the most bizarre thing. What's that line you texted us?
Oh man.
You don't know it at the top of your head? I'm putting you on the spot.
Nah, because I didn't try to memorize his music.
Oh, you didn't try to memorize his music?
Nah, but
man, he pretty much bragged on him ratting on people, and that he still has money. That was like essentially the line.
Oh my god, it was like
I ratted now. I'm home now. They big mad.
There we go.
And I don't know what was going on. He was Twitter beefing with Meek Mill.
Oh really?
So I don't know. Meek Mill's corny for that, in my opinion, too. Meek Mill just had a kid on his birthday.
He shouldn't be
Meek Mill's
acknowledging that.
No, but
Yeah.
I could see why, because Meek was about that gangster life, so it's like
Okay. And so and Tekashi's video, because it's posted everywhere, so I saw the clip. He's pretty much like saying, yeah, I'll be mad at me too if I was in prison, then I come out and I have all these followers or whatever. And he's saying that he's better than Meek Mill, that he's a legend at 24, blah blah blah, all this
legend.
He's a rapper that I would not be surprised he don't make it to 30.
Bro, you can't keep up. Even that the way his music goes, you can only do that for so long, anyways. Like I get it.
Eventually, your fan base is gonna grow up. Like,
he definitely confirmed that he was a part of cult, like not a cult, Jesus, gang. His followers are like a cult. He's definitely a part of a gang. He snitched on them all, so I'm pretty sure they're all coming for his head, man.
So he was not like technically yes and no part of the gang. You know what I mean? Like,
he was associated.
Yeah, basically.
Very closely.
And then he was like, "Listen, if you're gonna roll with us, this is what the stuff we're gonna do." And they was like running through things with him, like whatever. If you want to know the details, watch the cases. I'm not gonna tell anything about that.
Yeah, read about it. Don't listen to his music, please.
Yeah,
he don't need any more followers.
And I'm just sad that like how many people still are like even supporting that type of like mentality.
Tons.
Like, all right, fine. Let's say you did like his music, cool, but like does his actions not matter to you? Like, there's actually still people still in jail now because of that. Granted, maybe they weren't doing the right thing anyways, but it's still like a whole, like, a right and wrong way to do things.
Yeah, I feel like people are constantly separating like artists from art. Like they're like, oh, it's music, I'll separate that from the human. I think people have done that with Chris Brown. I'm sure people have done that with Michael Jackson. I'm sure there's still people doing that with R. Kelly.
Mr. Kells, yeah.
Yeah. So I just feel like that's something, I don't know if nobody's ever gonna 100%, I feel like, shun the person. They'll have to do it to themselves.
But he's a prime example of somebody whose music isn't good and he's not a good person. So it's just like a giant question mark.
It was like,
good.
It's just everything is not good.
Yeah. I guess good is open to interpretation. I definitely don't like the noise, but there's people that do. And I really do think it's like the generation after us that like his music.
Like, wow, he's so cool and yelling. I want to be angry like that.
He's so bright.
Like, honestly, like, I can see why. I can see the appeal of his music, but it's just not for me.
You should dye your hair like that though.
Oh,
you look good on you.
Yeah, do the stripes.
Yeah, bro, grow it out. Get the dreads, bro.
You
know what I'm saying? Get a little pink, orange, be lit.
For Halloween, we should all be SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah.
I call dibs on Soulja Boy.
He was a YouTube rapper.
Yeah.
The first YouTube rapper.
I thought he invented SoundCloud rap. That's what he said on the Breakfast Club.
I mean, he invented everything. The internet?
He invented everything. The internet, he invented that. You know Drake stole his whole
Yes,
flow?
he did.
Yeah. Tell me.
What's it? And then kiss me through the phone.
Yeah,
Come on, Big Draco.
And then he had the video game system that he like stole
from Nintendo.
He pirated like 500 games.
Yo, it was like on the shelves. Wasn't it on the shelf for like a day?
They
Or
sold.
I don't know
It
how
sold
long.
like 30,000 units, didn't it? According to him.
I don't know. According to him.
It's funny. Someone bought it and they
Oh,
like
man.
did a little video of it. It's like a hollow like PS2. Like it's it's crazy.
Yo, how funny would it be if you bought it and it was like that? You know the Game Boy Advance that you open it and it's candy.
Mad funny.
That's what I was expecting.
That's old Dempsey. Dang.
I know.
Yeah, you threw it back.
Yeah, like the Game Boy candy? What?
Right.
That was revolutionary.
Bruh, they weren't ready.
Yo, speaking of not ready. All right. Did you guys see the Adele photo that went viral? I was not ready for that.
Oh, yes. Was it some people were saying like revenge Adele or something like that?
body or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
revenge,
yeah.
weight loss, and all that stuff. She looks magnificent, but she's always looked good, in my opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way she looks now, or the way some people say she looks sick. She is
Sick.
a prime example of a person I think that looked beautiful.
Haters gonna hate.
They look beautiful.
Yeah, however
this whole entire
yeah.
time. But there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, like yo, Adele is fitness goals," and I'm like, bro, she didn't even post that showing off her weight loss. She was just celebrating her birthday. She's not making a big deal of it, so why were we? I don't know.
It's crazy. A lot of people just want to make comments and talk about things just for
Right.
just to do like cuz like if Adele wanted to lose the weight, that's on her. And if that's what
Correct.
she wanted to do, hey, that's good for her. Let's all be proud of her and what she accomplished. Don't be like, "Oh my god, no, she looks sick." Who cares? What? No. Just
Right.
embrace
It's
it.
not correct. It's not. You're not her, and she's not you. Let her rock. She looks great. End of story.
Yeah, and she could still sing, right?
Well, I'm waiting
Like,
for the album. She got an
that's
album
a-
dropping in September, apparently. She's fire, man.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Give me some
She
rolling
got
in the
them-
deeps.
She got those vocals, boy.
You remember the time she broke the Grammy at the Grammys and gave it to
Oh,
Beyonce?
it's a Beyonce, right? Yeah, yeah.
Iconic,
yeah.
bro. Iconic.
She was like-
I'm
'cause-
sorry.
What was that? Because it was Lemonade. Is that what it was? Is that?
And she said
what was
Lemonade
that?
was the best album that I've ever heard.
Yes.
And she broke that. She threw
Yo, that's
it.
wild, right?
That's gangster though.
Yeah,
That
that's fine.
reminded
That's
me-
iconic. Nothing's ever been done like that.
I feel like that reminded me of some movie. It might be Mean Girls. Don't somebody break a crown and they throw it to the girls? I don't know what movie it is. Is it
Oh
Mean
my
Girls?
god.
It
I don't
is.
know.
I think she doesn't she do the trust fall or something like that.
There might have been, but yes, there was like
I
there
don't
was
know.
supposed to be like
I'm
prom
not a
queen
fan
or
of Mean
something.
Girls.
Yeah, and she breaks the crown.
And she's like,
"Oh,
yeah.
queens." I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
you
it
or
was that
this.
movie, but I don't know.
I know that scene exactly what you're
I'm
talking
not a
about.
huge
Yeah,
fan of Mean Girls. But we
That
can talk
movie's
about that.
hilarious.
that was a great movie.
That movie's hilarious.
You know, actually, me and Lisa revisited. Well, I revisited the Goonies. Lisa had never seen the Goonies.
Should
this
be
week.
honest.
Never?
Never seen the Goonies, bro.
Never
We
say
sat
never.
down. Let me tell you,
Hey, you guys!
that movie is not as good as I remember it being, but it's still pretty damn good. The
The monster guy always freaked
Sloth.
me out.
Yeah, man.
That was the weirdest twist ever for me when I first saw it. I was like, what?
but apparently, so do you know they did a reunion
Get out of here.
on YouTube? Yes, Josh Gad. You guys know who Josh Gad is? Broadway star. He plays Olaf in Frozen.
Yes.
That's why his name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he
And Book of Mormon.
Yeah, and he was from Book of Mormon. That's where he got his start. With Brian Tyree Henry from Atlanta. Fun fact. So he
see that.
decided, because we're all in quarantine or whatever, he decided to do a show on a YouTube called Reunited Together, where he brings together casts from old movies. And
That's
the first
cool.
episode is he's doing Back to the Future next week.
What?
This week he did the Goonies, and the entire cast showed up. And
Doc?
how old is
Doc
who?
is old, man.
Oh,
He's still doing
Christopher
TV
Lloyd?
shows,
Yeah,
yeah.
He is. I think he produced Modern Family, if I'm not mistaken.
Great Scott.
But he brought together the entire cast. Josh Brolin was there. Steven Spielberg showed up. Even the director.
I'm imagining via
Spielberg.
Zoom.
Yes, all via Zoom. And it's so crazy. They were all talking about the entire shoot. Apparently, a bunch of people visited the set. Clint Eastwood,
What?
Yeah, like everybody would visit. Harrison
Oh, that's so
Ford came to
cool.
the set, and because there's always been talks that there would be a sequel to the Goonies, and it was like I want to say like 10 years ago they were this close that they had announced it, and they got the whole cast together, and they were just about to shoot.
Someone
and
pulled
I think
it.
it all fell apart because, and Steven Spielberg addressed this. He said that every time they come close to trying to think of a story that captures the same amount of magic, that there's
over.
something that it just you pull out a strand and it falls apart. And I think it's one of those movies that's timeless that can never be remade.
Nah.
That is just so. I don't remember it being. It's not the best movie. There's a lot of plot holes and a lot of ridiculous things.
No, but it's
But
like the
such
story
it's
itself.
such a fun movie. It's such
Yeah.
it's a prime example of a movie that you watch and you totally forget about everything else. That you could just tune out the whole entire world. It's a really great film in that regard. So I showed it to Lisa, and at the end of it, and Lisa loved it. She said it's one of her favorite movies of all time now, which I was really blown away.
Wow.
But you know what? Afterwards, I was like, yeah, you gotta watch. I can't believe you haven't seen this. What other movies haven't you seen?
Putting her on.
My wife, who I've known.
Oh man,
for-
there's a bunch of movies I haven't seen either. I don't even want to talk about it.
No, bro. She's not seen E.T.
Oh, I've seen
Putting
E.T.
her
Bro.
on.
I almost got the divorce papers. No, I mean that's wild. Nah, I told her, I was like, I don't even know you anymore. Who are you?
almost
Get
started the
out. Get out
signature.
of my house.
He said, "Who am I living with? You don't even go to work anymore."
So we're gonna watch E.T. next. That blew me away. I cannot believe she never watched E.T.
E.T.'s cute. I've seen it. I don't know. I feel like I've never loved E.T.
It wasn't my favorite.
Well,
Yeah,
E.T.
it's
never loved
alright.
you.
That's true.
It was okay, but I'm like, I could.
E.T. is
alright.
fantastic, man. That scene with the finger.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, there's so many scenes, bro.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
many scenes.
the one where he's on the bike and flying through
Right.
air.
That's the best part. That is the best
Yeah.
part. 'Cause they're all at the ridge, and you don't know what's gonna happen.
And aren't they still like pedaling and they're about to fall off the cliff? I feel like they don't even. Do they stop? They don't even stop pedaling.
No, they don't stop. They're like, just go.
You
And
can't stop.
That part gives me chills just thinking about it because it's so unexpected. Man, it's such a great movie.
Man,
We should do a throwback review
we
episode
just
where we talk
we
about
just
old
ruined
movies.
E.T. for everybody who hasn't seen it.
No. Trust me, we have not spoiled anything. Trust me.
I
Well,
mean,
for that scene.
that's an iconic scene. And it's
Well,
a ride. And it's a ride in is it Universal Studios.
Yes, I remember. I don't know if it's still there because they keep on replacing everything with
I don't know.
the Fast and the
Star
Furious
Wars,
rides,
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter,
Harry
3D.
Potter, yeah. They got the Simpsons
I liked
world
it.
over there now.
I went on that ride. I went on the Spider-Man ride, which I enjoy as well.
Yeah, Spider-Man ride was very fun.
So you know how everybody's been in quarantine, right? So
Quarantine.
right. McDonald's was doing this thing where they were giving healthcare workers free meals. So I mean,
Ah.
I'm not on the front lines at all. Shout out
But
to
you're
everybody
still
who is. But
still a healthcare worker, man.
I got an ID that shows I work for healthcare. So I was eating like a fillet of fish like 3-4 times a week. So
Yo, they probably thought Avid was a doctor.
False.
Give him all his food.
Only
He's
a
like,
doctor of.
I'll
love.
take a thank you meal, please. And
Ooh.
they're like, wow,
Facts.
such a brave man.
It was a thank you meal. I know.
Wait, wait.
Bro, they started clapping for me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The whole McDonald's went outside. Woo!
Bro, it was
Give that man a McFlurry
Avid,
now.
Avid. I'm totally lying. That never happened. That
Wait,
never
is it
happened.
like a specific meal you
Yeah.
can get, or
Yeah,
is it
so-
the whole
so
menu
it
open?
exhausted now on Cinco de Mayo. I definitely had one on
Aye.
Cinco de Mayo. They had so you could have a fillet of fish, double cheeseburger, or 6-piece nuggets. And for
Ooh.
for breakfast, you have a
Dang.
chicken McGriddle, egg McMuffin, or something on a biscuit.
Dang, no Big
Yeah.
Mac.
No
No quarter
Big Macs.
pounder
No
with
quarter-
cheese?
They said
no,
we
no,
don't
no.
we don't love you that much.
Yeah. Nah, so I stepped on the scale and I was like, okay, you need to stop it. So I am
Oh, no.
currently in the midst of a 3-day
10
fast.
pounds. Astound. No, we stop.
Right. It's
But you know who's
zero.
counting?
right. I am. The scale
Yeah.
cried. and
Scale counted.
Right. It almost broke because I stepped on it. It was like, get off of me. So now I'm doing. Yep.
So,
Right.
game over.
So now I'm on day 2 of this fast where I drink 6 juices a day.
Okay, that's a good start.
I'm kind of hungry, but I'll push through, and I'm just gonna eat less than eat way less carbs, more protein, more greens, and I need to change my life for if it's not summer 20, summer 21.
He basically said, "Yo, I'm hungry, but I'm gonna starve myself with drink."
Well,
I got
at
my
least-
juices.
At least not with McDonald's, because it's fast food and it's very
Right,
like,
that's
high in
not
sodium
food.
and grease and all that.
So my body was probably crying, and I was like, "Ooh, free!"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, indulge
And
once in a
that-
while, but not all the time.
correct. And that was Avid's corner.
Oh God, I
That's
can't believe
crazy.
that you took advantage of those innocent McDonald's workers.
What
Yes,
you mean?
I've been saving lives. I've been
I
making
did
sure,
not say that.
I've been making sure all the
I
workers
did
get
not
paid.
say that. I did not say that.
I've been
I
processing claims
single-handedly
for
doing it.
all of the doctors.
Oh gosh, boy, have I.
I'm a hero.
See, there you go.
He
Someone has to
rented
do
a-
it.
He stole a lab coat just to go. He's like, yes.
I stood in my car. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
I stole the car. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He's like, yeah, I got $3 in my wallet. Can I get a thank you meal?
and that's how they rewarded me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh man.
Perfect.
So a couple of moments ago, you probably heard us say some random lyrics. If you have no idea where they're from, you probably haven't checked out our brand new song,
What?
which is ADZ mix of Cold Summer by Fabulous.
Wow.
You can check it out
Fabuloso.
on our YouTube channel, A to Z
Link
Podcast,
in bio.
where you can also listen to the rest of our episodes. We also got some cool original content planned over the next couple of weeks, so you make sure you want to stay tuned. We might be dropping a music video shortly. We don't know.
Maybe we gotta.
Maybe,
It's in the
we'll
works.
see.
It's-
We gotta
Yeah.
speak to the label. We gotta get
The
approval
label,
from
exactly.
the label.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They're trying to control us.
yeah. ADZ Records.
But yeah,
Lil Dicky might sign us next.
Oh my God! You know what? We got to do a whole episode about
Oh,
our
yeah.
top 5 and our favorite rappers and everything that's going on in the rap industry. Watsky, did you guys see?
Everything.
I saw it on and off.
I
Yeah.
saw a little bit.
Dude,
wasn't
I captured
highly
the.
into it.
Did you guys see the? I watched the entire last half hour. He went off. For those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, Watsky, who's one of my favorite rappers currently, he made national attention when he attempted and succeeded to break the Guinness World Record for the longest freestyle rap, which was previously held unofficially by some guy in Philadelphia who had rapped for 31 hours straight. Technically, he didn't rap straight every hour. He was allotted 5 or 10 minutes. 5 minutes. It was 5 minutes. And if you didn't use it, it would accumulate to the next hour. So there were,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, there were a bunch of hours where he didn't use it, and then he would take long breaks. But yeah, man, he
smart.
rocked. He rocked it. At one point, he had a dictionary with him.
Yeah,
he
I
was
saw
picking
that
up-
part.
Yeah, man, he
Yeah.
was really good, and he succeeded. So he's gonna get he's gonna get his name in the Guinness World Records, and it all was to raise money for his crew. Because of COVID-19, he had to cancel his tour.
for other musicians and bands. and also,
That's
yeah.
nice.
So he was
And also
paying
his
all
band,
his
yeah.
crew, and he made $140,000. His goal was $100,000. So he made
Pre-tax.
Well over, oh God, you're right. You're right.
That's gross income. No.
Yeah.
Shoot. Don't get a Big G over here.
He puts
No,
Big
that's-
G will take out the
that's cool.
calculator.
He puts it in his bank account.
Yeah.
But
He
yeah,
buys
man,
the 5-year-old a Lambo.
If you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend check out some of the stream. Anyway, it's still up on YouTube. But yeah, I think everything going on.
nah.
And we were talking about Lil Dicky. I don't think we spoke about it too much last week's episode, but Lil Dicky's new show just dropped. Well, finished,
Fire.
really.
Yeah.
I
Dempsey
don't
did a
know.
review. It was good.
Oh yeah,
Ooh. Oh yeah.
yeah. it's
Go
fun.
go to his page, his channel, and go
Pilot
look, listen to it.
Productions.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hi, I'm Dempsey Pilot, and this week
I-
I'm doing Dave.
Oh, hi, I'm Dave. All right. No,
I'm
so I
Dempsey.
wanted
Who's
to
Dave?
close the episode off asking you guys.
What's up?
Have you guys been watching anything good on TV lately? Anything new?
So I've started 2 things.
Oh.
One, I started this one called what's it I think it's Midnight Gospel.
Yes,
Really,
you told
really
me
good.
You told me about it, and I've been seeing a lot about it in the Twitter sphere. So,
Bro,
I'm
it's,
definitely gonna check it out.
It's basically done by the animators who did like Adventure Time. So it has that kind of style of art. And it's like one of the most introspective, philosophical shows that's really, really good. Like, it dives deep into the psyche of, like, why we do things and human nature. And like, if you are a person who partakes in psychedelics or like to be in an elevated platform, I would assume this would be a great show to watch too, because like the backgrounds of it is so crazy and trippy. Like, you can get lost in it, and even if you're not one of those type of people, it's still a good listen, and you can learn so much from. So I recommend it a lot, and it's done like in a weird like podcast type-esque show.
Which is what you told me, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
I can't process that, so I really do have to check it out to see
So,
what you mean.
By that, I mean, like, it's kind of like, it's more like an interview and a conversation, whereas than an actual, like, TV show. Yeah. So I recommend that. And I was watching Clone Wars by Star Wars.
Dude,
The animated series.
Boba Fett, it's coming back.
I know!
That's like the biggest news in the world. Like,
Bro,
that blows my mind.
I'm so angry that they revealed it, though. Like, I wanted to be surprised.
But here's the thing. With him being just the actor being there opens the possibility for so many other characters to appear. So it's not really a spoiler. Cody, right?
but
Is that the
Cody, Rex, all the clones. Like, but anyway, so Clone Wars really good. The first season was
I haven't finished the first season because it's so meh. But I want to finish the show.
Bro, second season, man. It's second season's hidden. Like, it's like you could like the content and maturity of it, just they dialed it up a lot.
Good. I'm gonna finish it. Yeah, I have to finish it because it's canon.
Oh, canon.
And now it looks like Boba Fett made it out of the Sarlacc pit, so we'll have to see.
Oh, of course
Avid has no idea what we're talking about, so.
No idea. When you guys start talking about these extra nerdy shows, I have no idea. I hear it's good. Maybe I'll watch
Avid's
it.
mad quiet. Avid went up to get a juice and everything.
Incorrect.
So
Incorrect. In a half an hour, I'll get my second juice. I'm finishing
He went
up
out, did for a run.
What? Yeah, and I decided to come back. I'm finishing up season 2 of Atlanta. I'm thinking about watching Westworld so I could be on your guys' level.
Yes.
Oh my God, Westworld!
So I'm gonna finish Atlanta today. It's super short. They're like 20-minute episodes. I'm gonna start Westworld. Shout out to the login. And I've been listening to my boy dropped shameless plug for my boy Anonymous. I spoke about him last episode, but he dropped a song called Sun.
Who is he?
Fire. Exactly. ENONYMOUS, and it's called Sun. All streaming platforms. I've been bumping that. It's fire.
Fire.
And what have you been watching, D?
Big D. Yeah.
Holding this down.
I'm actually
a tree.
Yeah, like a tree when they're coming at you on the big three.
Not the first, not the second. It's the trilogy.
G.
Ooh.
Guys, listen to the song. It's really great. We got a lot of good feedback on it. So I actually still have to finish season 3 of Westworld. I just finished Devs the other day.
Oh my God. I gotta watch it.
You gotta finish Devs. Is incredible. It's a limited series.
I don't know what that
it's
is
only one
either.
season. It's one season and it's done.
Okay.
So it's like a movie. But I want to watch the new Star Wars documentary about how
Mandalorian got made. Yes.
That's on my list. I've made a rule to only stick to 2 shows.
Mm-hmm.
And because I haven't finished Westworld, I'm not allowing myself to watch anything else until I finish.
Yeah, you gotta finish Westworld. Like they said, I'm not gonna say anything.
I don't spoil it. But I broke that rule actually because I watched the show on Netflix, the entire season of the show called Never Have I Ever. It's on Netflix. It's produced by Mindy Kaling from The Office and The Mindy Project. And it revolves around this Indian girl.
Oh,
it's
yes, I heard about that one.
It's hilarious. It's so funny. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. This Indian girl, it's like American Pie, basically, where she and her friends, she decides that she wants to lose her virginity with her friends. She's in high school.
Oh, that's nice.
And no, but it's like everything that can go wrong does go wrong. And it's like told from like a really niche perspective, from like her growing up in a super traditional family. So it's very funny. She wants to be so American. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it. So yeah, finished that, but I have a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to. A lot of movies. that are coming out this week.
Oh, my goodness.
The Al Capone movie's coming out this week. Scoob is coming out this week. So, a lot of stuff that you guys should look forward to. A lot of recommendations that we have. But I think if you guys have nothing else to say, I think that is pretty much the end of the episode.
Quick thing. I tried to start Black AF. Because, I kind of want to say the actual thing.
Hashtag Black AF?
Yeah. I watched the first episode. It was okay. It wasn't. I don't see why it got the huge backlash that it got though. Maybe I'll have to watch the whole entire series, but
it's from the same guy who did Blackish. So I'm expecting something good, but I haven't heard too much about it, truthfully.
Yeah, apparently, cause I haven't actually seen the videos, but they're him trying to defend it already. I don't know. It seems
only thing
good.
I don't like is it's Kenya, the guy who created it stars in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know him from anything, so I guess I think it might have been better if he had a different star in the role.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Because he's not a star. He's a great writer and producer, but he doesn't have star power behind his
not necessarily,
image.
But his
The
acting
listeners left.
His acting's not that bad. It's cool.
I hear Rashida Jones is fantastic in it.
Oh, she's killing it. Actually, I just like her as an actress. Anyways, most of the stuff she's done is pretty good.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so
you're
sorry.
Out of it?
They keep talking.
He has no idea what we're talking about.
I'm sorry, fellow listener.
No, you're good. All right. Anyway.
But yeah, enough of that.
That's pretty much all the time that we have today. Avid, take us away. What are the socials?
Y'all need to go click that link in bio. Search ADZ Podcast for our YouTube channel. Utmost importance. Okay. Follow us on IG and Twitter. ADZ
underscore podcast.
Or you can shoot us an email. Emails are flooded right now. I got 100 unread emails. ADZ.pod. Yeah, .pod at gmail.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend. I'm Avid.
I'm Dempsey.
And I'm Zeke, y'all. Stay safe.
Damn, Zeke is snoring or yawning.
Yeah, it was.
Right, peace.
Peace.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Hey y'all, it's Avid from A to Z reporting you live from the place to be. Thanks so much for listening to today's episode and joining us along this A to Z road. Do us a favor and rate us 5 stars wherever you're listening, bus, train, or car. We appreciate you. It's true. You can email us at adz.pod@gmail.com. But wait, stay calm. You can also reach us at ADZ_podcast on Twitter or even the gram, but only if you're a real fan. Rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. We hope you enjoyed this week's broadcast. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hey, we'll see you next week.